Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. It is decision day for residents in Westside Kelowna as Premier Christy Clark makes another attempt to win a seat in the BC legislature. Polls are open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The Premier is among 8 candidates running in today's by-election. It was called after Christy Clark lost her Vancouver seat in May's provincial election by less than 1,000 votes. Liberal MLA Ben Stewart stepped aside so the Premier could run in the Okanagan. Elections BC reports strong turnout at the advanced polls with about 5,700 votes already cast. Stay tuned. Later on this morning at about 8:40, we'll chat with our legislative reporter Kim Emerson live from Victoria on that topic. Police are investigating an overnight shooting in Burnaby that has left a man in hospital in critical condition. Let's connect now with Greg Harper, live near the Sperling SkyTrain station with the latest on this. Greg.
Jody, the shooting happened here. We're on Greenwood Street, Greenwood and Winston in Burnaby. This is in an industrial area in the city, and behind me, as you can see, part of Greenwood Street is a crime scene here this morning. This is what it looked like earlier this morning. The shooting happened just after 1 o'clock in the morning. A man was shot multiple times. You can see a vehicle off the side of the road there. Looks to be a Nissan Altima. A number of evidence markers on the road. Police are saying little about the investigation at this point, only saying the man that was shot is known to them in his early 20s. He was rushed to hospital where he is in serious condition.
The victim is known to police, and we believe the shooting took place behind me here. But again, the investigation is in its infancy, and we don't have all the information right now.
Police also saying they have no suspects at this time. Again, a man in his early 20s who is known to police was shot multiple times on Greenwood Street in Burnaby. Jody?
All right, thank you very much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning from Sperling. Dozens of people have been forced from their homes after an overnight fire in Coquitlam. Flames broke out at an apartment building in the 400 block of Bromley Street just after 2 o'clock this morning. Heavy smoke was seen coming from the 4th floor of the wood-framed building. It's believed 4 residents, including a woman in a wheelchair, had to be rescued from the rooftop of the building's parking garage. The cause of the fire is under investigation, and there's no word on injuries as of yet. The investigation continues into Tuesday's fatal fire in Coquitlam. 2 bodies were found inside a home on Cottonwood Avenue. Neighbors say they belonged to a couple that ran a daycare out of the house. The pair was reportedly in the midst of a divorce. Homicide investigators have taken over the case.
We don't believe that there's a third individual involved in this. We're still looking to even confirm whether or not the fire is the cause of death. But because there is a suspicious undertone to it, I had been called in to lead this investigation in the initial stages.
Some neighbors say they heard commotion, including screaming, before the flames broke out. Amanda Carodi and John Nuttall are expected back in court today to face terrorism-related charges. The couple appeared in provincial court yesterday smiling at each other while Nuttall held a Quran. The Crown has applied for direct indictment, meaning the case goes to a jury trial at BC Supreme Court without a preliminary inquiry. Nuttall and Carodi are accused of planning a bombing at the legislature on Canada Day. Police say they were influenced by Islamic extremism.
Were married under the Islamic faith, and they're very devoted to each other. I'm not surprised that they were happy to see each other.
Nuttall's lawyer says police used a controversial undercover technique, and he's asking for a couple months to study the Crown's evidence. He expects not guilty pleas. Vancouver police are warning the public about a brazen assault in a very public place in broad daylight. A 15-year-old girl was waiting for a bus on East 49th Avenue near Nanaimo Street Monday around noon. A man walked up, forced her to the ground, and groped her. The girl was able to scream and fight off her attacker. The suspect is an Asian man in his 40s, around 5'6", with a thin build. He was unshaven, spoke with an accent, and wore a gray cargo-style pair of shorts, a white shirt, and yellow or white hat. To sports now, Scott Niedermayer, Chris Chelios, and Brendan Shanahan are all heading to the Hockey Hall of Fame. Cranbrook's Scott Niedermayer won at every level of hockey in his career with a World Junior Championship, World Championship, 2 Olympic gold medals, and 4 Stanley Cups. Chris CHELIOS, three-time Norris Trophy winner, has 3 Stanley Cup rings and an Olympic silver medal. And Brendan SHANAHAN scored 656 goals and had 698 assists in 22 seasons and won 3 Stanley Cups with the Detroit Red Wings.
Everybody's been using the word fortunate, and we've all been, I guess, blessed, or had a lot of good people that contributed to our success. Obviously a pretty special moment to be able to play alongside my brother in the NHL for a few years, and then to be able to win a Stanley Cup together. So to be able to hand him the Stanley Cup was definitely a highlight of my career.
The NIEDERMAYER brothers. Good things happening to good people.